Developing at 4, we're learning about a national crime ring bust that involved a jewelry store in Seminole County.
Investigators say they've recovered $150 million worth of gold belonging to elderly victims around the world. Here's how investigators say the scam works. Scammers would call their victims pretending to be federal agents, telling them their money was compromised. The victims were told to convert their life savings into gold bars, and they would be picked up for safekeeping. They promised to take it to stores in Texas, Florida, and Georgia, where it would then be melted down and the profits would be laundered. Orlando Gold Refinery in Altamont Springs on 436 and Ronald Reagan Boulevard at the center of this major investigation. Channel 9's Nick Papantonis is live there now. And Nick, deputies don't know much about how much these scammers actually got away with.
So this is a continuation of what's going on as far as this gold scam that's targeting like elders. And as they were saying, they're being contacted by people pretending to be law enforcement, and basically, put on giving a scare and having these people convert their life savings into gold. And then they said that they're going to come collect the gold and try to keep it for them. And just all this, man, just doesn't sound right. So, man, if you get a call like this, just hang up and block them. That's pretty much the best advice that I'm going to be able to give in this whole situation, as I did in the previous video. But, this is also a different location than the others that were mentioned in my previous video. This is Orlando Gold Refinery. It's at the center of this investigation. So they're starting to uncover this whole scheme, and there's no telling how long this scheme has been going on, but they're going to pick on the elderly for sure.
No, I was told that some victims in this scam lost more than $1 million apiece. 2 people are now in jail in connection with what happened, what deputies say happened here. They're eventually going to be heading to Texas to face prosecutors.
They're super fair.
So yeah, this is all in the same scheme of the previous video, where they're going to be extradited to Texas to face charges for this whole thing here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like shocked.
Charles Peru says he's been a customer of Orlando Gold Refinery for years and has never had any concerns. He and other customers stunned when we told them 2 of its operators were arrested Wednesday. Deputies in Texas sharing photos of the $100 million worth of gold seized there and in a raid in a store in Atlanta. Proceeds, they said, from an organized crime ring operating the stores as a front.
These are businesses that are set up to launder these proceeds. We know that in Texas, we've lost $74.5 million.
Collin County, Texas Sheriff Jim Skinner said his investigation began in early 2025. His team already hit a store in the Dallas area last month, seizing $50 million there. He told me 19 people are in custody so far.
You are being held on a warrant out of Texas.
Timothy Odell and John Timmerman are the 2 under arrest in Florida. Both will remain in jail and face an extradition hearing Friday afternoon.
Who do you guys think is going to tell first, or who's going to cooperate first between those 2? I think the one in the glasses seems like he may snitch first, but there's no telling really. Or to cooperate. Really want to keep popularizing certain words and stuff like that. So excuse my language, but they just thought they was gonna get away with it, man, and a couple million wasn't enough for them. They had to just keep going and going because they felt like they were secure behind having a legit business. But at the end of the day, they were committing a crime the whole time, and convincing elderly people to give up their life savings, and they had a whole gold refinery business, and eventually they were caught. Caught red-handed because they found the equipment used to melt down the jewelry or whatnot, and make gold bars and stuff like that. And what people don't realize is that anything like this is definitely traceable, and of course people are going to have receipts and stuff like that, and be able to detail the type of jewelry that they've donated or had melted down. So Of course, man, people may get away with something for a little while, but over long term, you keep going at it, you eventually get caught. That's just how stuff goes.
We don't really know anything yet, so we're working it all out.
Law enforcement will never, ever call you on the telephone and tell you that you're in trouble and that you can get out of trouble by paying some money.
Sheriff Skinner said most of the people in his county have already recovered their money. I talked to him about others who might be victims, especially here in Seminole County and across Central Florida. We talked about how they can potentially get their money back. We're going to cover that portion of the interview and show you his response coming up on Eyewitness News at 6.
So apparently, there's going to be a way for certain victims to be able to get their money back, which is that's a good turn of events in this whole thing. But you know, just if you get these type of calls, man, just hang up the phone and block them. It's just as simple as that, man. Don't become a victim to this type of stuff. Don't let anyone call you and scare you out of your life savings, because at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be a scam. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This is just a part 2 of a previous video that I've done, and just again bringing everybody into the loop, making sure that you're aware of what's going on out here. If you like my content, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is Justin Paul. Peace.